We can make it private. I'm not sure
I
that
made it.
matters.
I
The
made it
YouTube,
public.
right? Just
Mm,
make it public. We don't want any issues.
yeah, I made it.
Have you share me the link and admit the rest of them?
Loading.
Make it private. I'm not sure
I made
that matters. The
it
YouTube,
public.
right?
Yeah, it's
Make it public. No?
so check your WhatsApp.
All right. So you can, I'll take it from here. No, I've not seen it yet. What am I checking? I've not seen anything.
On my WhatsApp. Wait, let me share it on the group.
Oh my God.
I've shared it.
Yeah, I've seen it. All right. Do you Tony, are you ready? Should I let them in?
Yes. Okay. We waiting for 3 more minutes. Let's get started.
Oh, I think we can get started.
Okay, that is time. Up. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's um, okay. I'm bringing somebody. Please share the link to the live stream to the channel. Let's others that cannot join.
All right, I will now. If you're speaking, we can't hear you. I think.
Not yet. I'm not. Very good. Okay. I think we'll have to scan across. Okay, let's get started. I see that we have no, you didn't lose audio. We are right on track. And here we go. Can you see my screen? Please, if you can hear me, I need you to give me a thumbs up, any reaction. Thank you. I was going to bring in my co-hosts. Yeah, welcome to the onboarding of today for developers. And this is welcome to the onboarding for developers. This is Truman Innovations Limited, and we are good to go. Dev intern onboarding. Welcome to the team. Now, you all have always seen messages, Truman Innovations, Truman Innovations, Truman Innovations, and I guess that some of you have been so much in anticipation to see when this will begin, and here we are today. So now, congratulations for coming to us this far. Please, can you tell those people that are in the waiting room to use the live section instead? Please. Thank you. Please, those in the waiting room, kindly tell them to use the YouTube link instead. Thank you. Truman Innovations Limited. Who is Truman? What are we? What are we up to? Where are we from?
All right, I'll do so.
What are we up to? Truman Innovation is a technological company. It's innovation driven. We are a consulting company. We are focused on building digital solutions and developing future-ready talents. Our work span across software development, digital solution, technical training, and workforce readiness program like this internship designed to help businesses and individuals grow. Now, the goal of this internship, what do we hope to achieve? To equip learners, which are the intern and professionals also, with practical industry relevant skills while delivering impactful digital solutions to our clients. For instance, what we want you to achieve is build real experience, learn how cross-functional teamwork, develop confidence and structure and professionalism. Then we want to transition you from learners to contributors, meaningful contributors. So therefore, I hope you enjoy your ride with us. Now, brief about these projects. Everything you need to know in a very brief form. The goal of this project is to translate a client's real problem into practical digital solution. You'll be working on a simulated client case for Mr. Chuks, a local food vendor owner who is moving his business from Mama Put, from Papa Put, that's from the street junction, to an online business worthy of standard. Your task is to interpret his problem and understand the vision of his products. Now you have to contribute in building a functional and user-focused solution for Mr. Chuks. I guess that was understood. Now, what we'll be looking at in this project are just simple. We will be looking at the internship. We'll be looking at internship division and project rules. We would be looking at communication and escalation. We will be looking at project overview and deliverables. We would be looking at why these projects matter to us and why it should matter to you. Evaluation criteria, and we will not forget questions and answer for item 7. We will be taking conclusion. Now, project internship and rules. Why the project matters. This project is 3 months. and it's divided into 4 phases. Phase 1, personal deliverables. This is your individual assessment and it will last for 2 weeks. It will last for 2 weeks. Thank you. Okay. The project will last for the deliverables, personal deliverables will last for 2 weeks. Please, can that person mute? Will last for just 2 weeks. And the team project is going to last for 5 weeks. Sorry, I have to mute all. Yes, please. Personal deliverables is going to last for 2 weeks. Project deliverables is going to, that's the team project phase is going to last for 5 weeks. And the group project and demonstration, which everybody will be shared into teams and group, where you will have project managers as your supervisors, and will be giving you 2 weeks to do your group demo. You have to choose within yourselves who's going to be presenting your demo. And evaluation and recognition, which is going to be the 4th week. And the project rules are enormous but simple. There are many, but simple. Here are the most simple and which covers everything, literally everything. All deliverables must be submitted within the stated timeline. Interns are advised and expected to work independently, to work collaboratively. Why independently and collaboratively is that you shouldn't allow somebody else's accent to affect your work. You should be able to come up with an idea that you can use to deliver your deliverables on your own without having to be stopped by any other person. Now, why we also want you to collaborate is because we want you to have a real life scenario. We want you to collaborate with other team members so that when you get to your different companies of working and your different phases of life, you will be able to collaborate with other team members without having problems and issues with them. Then professional conduct is required at all times. Professional conduct is required at all times from everybody because this is a professional workspace. So professional conduct is required from every single person. Now, we also want you to know that when you repeatedly miss deadlines of tasks given to you, you will be thrown out of the program. When you repeatedly miss deadlines given to you for each project, you will be thrown out of the program. That's what it says here, that once that is noticed, bye-bye, you are out. Now, this project is structured into different phases. Now we have the personal projects, we have the team project, we have the group project, we have evaluation and recognition, and we also have internship completion. The internship completion, let me run through again. For personal project, you are going to work individually. You have to understand the problem statement and you have to complete your deliverables within the stipulated time. Otherwise, you will be penalized for it. Learners who do not participate, that's interns who do not participate in this project, will be thrown out, that's filtered out of this particular cohort. Now, team project, team collaboration. We have to work together with other team members. We are now divided into teams. You have to work together with other team members, like you have to work together with a UI UX designer. You have to work together with a graphics designer, for instance. You have to work together with a project managers. Now you're going to be placed under project managers. At no cost should you give them headache. They are your direct supervisors, so you are expected to obey them at all times within our guideline, obey them at all time. Now, group presentation. At the end of the talent flow project, every group will have to come and present what they built by themselves. They have to choose somebody among themselves to come and present what they built. And by then, we would now have to evaluate everybody based on what was delivered from their team. Now, this
Okay,
will take us
sorry to cut you off. I think those on Zoom are complaining of poor network. I mean, said your audio is not clear enough. So I don't know if you can fix that ASAP.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe join using another device and use that as the speaker.
Okay, just give me a minute.
Sorry for the breaking transmission. I think we are trying to reduce the background noise or the echoing that is going on its end. And let's just be patient while the issue is being resolved.
Am I better now? Is it better?
I don't think so.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to resume sharing my screen. So I'll just do a quick recap. Truman Innovation is a technological company and an innovation-driven consulting company focused on building digital solutions and developing future-ready talent. Our work spans across software development, digital solution, technical training, and workforce readiness program. We are designed to help businesses grow. This internship goal is to build and equip learners and professionals with practical, industry-ready, relevant skills while delivering impactful digital solutions to our clients. Now, for the intern, what we expect of you and what we want you to do is that you have to build real experience while working with us. You have to learn cross-functional team work. You have to develop confidence, structure, and professionalism. This is very important. You have to develop professionalism at all costs. Now, we want to transition you from being just a learner to being a meaningful contributor to any project at any time. Now, we also have this few view in mind. Projects brief, the goal of this project is to translate a real client's problem into a practical digital solution. You'll be working on a stipulated client case for Mr. Chooks, a local food vendor who is moving his business from the junction or from the roadside to a more standard business for the first time. Your task is to interpret his problem, understand his vision, his product's vision, and contribute to building a functional, user-focused solution. Now we have overview of what we're going to be talking about today, which is internship and duration. We'll be talking about communication escalation, project overview, and deliverables. We'll be talking about why the project matters to us and why it should matter to you. We'll also be talking about the project criteria, evaluation criteria rather, and we'll be taking questions and answer. And finally, for item 7, we'll be taking conclusion. Now, number 1, internship duration and project rules. This internship project is structured for just 3 months. Now we have 4 phases, which is being divided into. Number 1, personal deliverable is going to be 2 weeks. Team project is going to take 5 weeks. Group demo and presentation is going to take 2 weeks. Evaluation and recognition is going to take 2 weeks. All deliverables, so the project rules, must be submitted within the stipulated timeline. And we also expect that interns are to work independently and also collaboratively. Professional conduct is required at all times. No responsiveness or repeated missed deadline result to participation termination. Now, internship structure. What is required throughout this internship duration? Number 1, your personal project. You work individually, understand the problem statement of Mr. Chooks, complete the deliverable within the stipulated time. Now, learners who fail to participate will be removed from this project. The projects and the talent flow, that is team collaboration. You work with other developers like you from the front end and the back end. I'm going to work with product. There's a project manager, a UI UX, a product designer, maybe a graphics or somebody, and also a project manager that will be in charge of you, telling you and asking you what to do, how to do it, and when it should be done. Now, group presentation. Each team presents their deliverables assigned to them in the team project. Evaluation and recognition. Through my team evaluates and recognizes the top performing team. Internship completion. We are going to announce when the internship is completed, and for feedback, we'll be giving you the opportunity to tell us where we should improve on ourselves and where you think we did good and where you think we didn't do good at all. I hope you guys are following. Now, communication and escalation. How would the project go? Number 1, how we communicate here is that we communicate through Slack. No other means is accepted. It's just Slack. Now, team assign team channels for front-end designers, or for front-end developers rather. We have created a private channel for you that only you have access to. For back-end developers too, we did the same. Now, for phase 2 to 3, team discussion, project managers intern will be talking to you. They will be our supervisor to you. They'll be your supervisor. They'll be the one breathing on your neck, asking you to bring your deliverables. Now, you're going to be appointing mentors at some point. Now, the program internship coordinator, which is Ms. Grace Henry, she's here with us today. Now, what we expect of you from this project, what we expect of you from this time is communicate early and clearly. When you have issues, please tell us on time. When you have you want to take excuse, please tell us on time, and also communicate clearly. It's very possible that you're communicating early, but you are not being direct and clear. Please be direct and clear. Now, we expect other we have to provide from time to time, providing rules and regulations. So please respect them. We will provide regular updates. We'll be expecting regular updates from you, how much you have achieved so far and how it's going from your end. Now, what we want to beg of you is that at all costs, please maintain professionalism and respect. Respect everybody and maintain professionalism. Nobody is junior to you. Nobody is senior to you. We're all equal here. So please respect. Now, your project manager are those that you should also respect because they're going to be your supervisor and also the program coordinators. Now, Mr. Chooks projects. For project 1, True Mind Innovations is an IT consulting company and a food vendor. Traditional food vendor, and just a minute, sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Right back on my screen. Okay. So, Shima Innovations is currently collaborating with a client, Mr. Chooks, a local food owner who wants to transform his traditional food business into a modern digital platform. Mr. Chooks has approached Streamlined and I.
Sorry. We are still having issues with your audio.
Is it that okay?
The audio keeps breaking, and those on YouTube can't hear you clearly.
Those on YouTube can't hear me. Okay.
All right, you can go ahead. Please, if you can hear him clearly, can you signify? Let us know where the problem is coming from. Yes, Oye Dokun. All right, I think because of time, while you are waiting for the issue to be resolved, let me make this clear. Please, if you're in more than one group, make sure that you exist it. Only belong to the group that you initially registered for. Please.
Twice and better.
Yes.
Okay, please, those on YouTube, can they hear me? Please ask those on YouTube if they can hear me.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, for the project and deliverables, project one, TrueMind Innovations Limited is currently collaborating with a client called Mr. Chooks, a local food vendor who wants to transform his traditional food business into a modern digital platform. Mr. Chooks has approached TrueMind as an IT consulting product development company to help digitalize its operation and build a seamless food ordering experience for his customer. The project stimulates a real-world product development environment where developers must think critically. This is very important. Must think critically, collaborate across roles, and transform requirements into working system. Now, when the UI UX must have finished designing what they want to design, you as a front-end developer, it is now on you to transform what you see, that appealing design you see, into a user-friendly platform that you can easily order from without complications. Now, as a backend developer, you have to also follow the flow to every detail so you don't miss any step. Now, deliverable summary for the backend, design system flow. sign-up flow, order flow, using diagrams and flow charts. I guess by now most of you should know about application flow building and all that. Create a simple conceptual data model, user food item, carts and order, etc. Explain how the backend supports the UI screen, the data, the logic, and the communication. Implement at least one working API. I think we'll have to review this. One working API. That's not work, but fine. Implement at least one working API, sign up, create order, get food menu, etc. Prepare structured technical documentation explaining system overview, flow explanation, API structure, assumptions made, and all others. For the front end, you have to convert the Figma UI design into a working web page, write clean, well-structured and readable code. Well-structured and readable code. Implement basic responsiveness, desktop and simple mobile supports. Follow proper layout and styling based on the design. Prepare clear technical documentation explaining 1. Project overview, 2. Stack used, 3. Project structure, 4. Design assumption, etc. Why you have to prepare for design assumption is that you probably be building and you discover that the UI UX designer did actually not add something that will make that page sweet. So you assumed. So you have to explain that for us. Moving forward, why this project matters to us and why it should matter to you. This project mirrors reward project development's responsibilities. It helps you to 1, learn how to interpret real clients' needs and translate them into technical solution. 2, it strengthens independent thinking while working within a structured team environment. It strengthens independent thinking while working within a structured team environment. Okay, that's nice. Then understand how real products are built from idea to design to system logic to implementation. Improve code quality, documentation, making your work understandable to other developers, designers, and product managers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Problem solving real world technical problems, not just writing code, but solving real world technical problems. Number 6, develop system thinking, understanding how front end, back end, design, and users all connects. Evaluation criteria for project 1. You'll be assessed based on your technical thinking and problem solving, readable code, and quality implementation. Quality of implementation, completion of deliverables, make sure that all that is required, all the required components are submitted. Now for questions and answer. Please, questions, if you have any questions.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. I have a question.
Go ahead. What's your
Okay.
name, please?
My name is Divine. So, on the interview form, before we started the internship, like when we were applying for the internship, you guys asked that how many years of experience. You asked for whether 0 to 2 years. So I was imagining that if we have zero years of experience, how are we going to do all this? I don't know if
Back-end
you get.
stack or front-end stack?
Yeah, you said
Back-end or front-end tax?
back end. I'm just asking, like, generally, if you have
Okay.
zero experience, 0 years of experience, we've not started any of this, how are we going to work it?
Okay. Permit me to ask, can we
Yeah.
differentiate between being a learner and an experienced worker?
Yes.
Okay, if probably I learned how to make, let's say, cake, I don't think at that point I will count that as an experience because I was learning. Yeah, I think that's. So we expect at least that you should have knowledge of how to use your tools. Then the experience does not matter. You are coming to build experience, how to work in real world scenario. Remember, we have two projects. We have the personal project, and we now have the real group projects where you all be grouped into different groups, and each group will have to undertake a particular task to build on. So we were. Does that answer your questions well, or do I need to?
It does, yeah, but it seems it was unclear from the beginning. I thought it was like a learning
Yeah,
learning.
it opens you for learning. You may know how to use, let's say, CSS. Can that person mute, please?
Good evening.
Ahmed, I think you have some background.
Okay, like I was saying, it opens you for real world experience. Next, you know how to use HTML, you know how to use CSS, you know how to use JavaScript. Now, what this project will also do for you to increase your knowledge of how to use them. Then, in the course of executing your group project, you may be exposed to other framework like React, Node, Vue.js, TypeScripts, and the likes of others. Now I see some hands, but I'm
Good
coming.
evening.
Wait,
Good
yeah,
evening.
just give me a minute. Let me take this question.
Okay.
Someone said, what if the design from the UI UX, that's Theodora, from here it's not implementable or nice? Are we going to judge based on that? Now that is not coming from you, it's coming from the UI UX. So you're not going to be judged based on that. But we expect that you replicate what you see from the UI UX to a real code. VAT space. Please, the bots in Slack channel is not adding some intent to your respective channel. Okay, we'll take a look at that. I was talking about the back end though. I have a question, please. Vasquez, ask your question. So I am
My
going
hand is up.
to
My hand is up.
I am going to start attending to those that raise their hands. So The first person is it General Silemo?
Good evening. I have a question. Can I go ahead?
Go ahead. What's your name, please?
Okay, yes. My name is Ibrahim Adedayo, and I'm a front-end developer.
Okay.
Yeah. So, my first question is, will the UI UX designers will they be designing the mobile view of the web application as well?
Yes, it's available.
Okay. So, second question is for the development, which stacks are we going to be using? Because for myself, my stacks currently are React, TypeScript, React with Vite, TypeScript, and Tailwind CSS. So I don't know if maybe some other designers or probably another group, some of them might be using Vue.js and some might be using Angular. So if there's not going to be some, contradiction in the stats that are going to be used for the group projects.
Okay, nice question. Thank you very much. For your personal projects, I think the stack will be made mentioned of, but I believe it should be a stack that you are comfortable building with. Then for the group projects, it's an avenue for you to learn. As a developer, when you already know one programming language, it's very easy to learn the other. So if you are working with Vue.js and React comes up and the project you want to build is supposed to be done with React, I believe that will be an avenue for you to equip yourself with React knowledge, which is not going to be very difficult. Vue and React, they're almost the same. And most of those front-end technologies are almost the same, just a few syntaxes that differentiates them. But hopefully, everybody will be put in a group where they can function.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening. Your name, please.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Tubomina, and I'm of the backend team. So my
Okay.
question is, first of all, let me just clarify the first person that asked the question. Let me just clarify. This is an internship. What an internship means is you've already known something and you're coming in to practice what you've learned or something. So I just want to clarify that aspect. Then my question is, now for some of us at the backend, from the backend team, are we using, because I'm mostly conversant with the main stack or pen stack among that hand. So what kind of programming language are we using? Are we using JavaScript and Node, then Express as the framework, or we are using C#, then .NET as the framework, or we are using Java? So I just want to get those clarifications so that we'll know what we are doing from there. Thank you.
Okay. Is it for your personal project or the general project?
General and personal.
Okay,
So
for
I
your
don't know if we are doing, when we are doing the personal, are they going to give us a specific language we are going to write the personal project with, or that's just my question.
Okay, let me answer that quickly.
Okay.
Good question. Your personal project, you're required to use any stack you are familiar with. This is for you to have practical knowledge on what building something is all about. So you use what you're familiar with, what you can use what you know how to use best. Now, for the group project, we are going to find a way to add you to a group that you can perform. I think most of you filled your stack when you were asked to fill the form. So we saw your stack, and based on that, we're going to be adding you to a subgroup when it comes to the group project. But please do not worry about that now. Focus on your personal projects and using the stack you're comfortable with. Now, I saw someone dropped a question asking, how do we get the whole deliverable? On your group, on your channel, we have front end and back end. By tomorrow, you're going to be receiving your deliverable. You all are working on the same thing. I mean, for front end, you're working on a particular problem statement. For back end, you're working on a particular problem statement, or you're working on it individually. So you're going to be provided more information tomorrow. Keep an eye on your Slack channel. Don't worry about the details to be shared with you tomorrow. And if you have more questions, you can drop it on the Slack group. All right, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, thank you for taking us through the session. I am Olajide, a front-end developer. So I just need a clarification on what you have said. You said that we'll be working on Mr. Chuk's business, which is food vendor project. So I want to ask for a clarification. Is our individual projects and team projects will be based on this uh, food vendor project?
No, individual project alone is based on the food project. For the group projects, you are going to be given another project to build on. Now that will not just bring you alone, it will bring a product designer, that it will bring a project manager, a UI UX designer, it will bring a front end, to bring a back end, if possible, a social media personnel, and any other relevant stack we feel that we support that group to build the project from scratch to finish. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, please, Pius, can I have your question?
Hello.
I can hear you,
Hello.
sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Your
My
name,
name is
please.
my name is Pius.
Okay, sir.
I wanted to ask a question. So after the entire thing, after all is said and done, do you usually hire interns to perform well? Usually for those who are looking for a long-term career path.
Okay, thank you very much. We have partners. So at a long run, we are going to be giving everybody a certificate. It's free of charge. So relax your mind. Then, depending on what comes up, if our partners are interested in hiring anybody, no problem. We give everybody the fair opportunity to try themselves out. For us here, we would love to probably take some persons, but for the love we have across everybody, we cannot take everybody. So we may not love one and hate another. We just want to be very plain, but we will be bringing in opportunities where available and giving to whoever is available to take it. General Lazonski, please.
Okay, sir. So a quick question, please.
Yes, please.
For the personal project and the collaborative project, right? Are we going to be pushing our codes into GitHub? So for collaborative work, basically, so others can pull requests and then push to GitHub. So it's going to be all merged all together. Are we going to be using GitHub for this project?
For the personal projects, no, the mode of submission will be made known to you. Then for the group projects, definitely you have to use GitHub. So that will now be another experience for those that don't know how to use GitHub to also learn how to use GitHub and how to collaborate with teams.
Okay, thank you.
Next question, please.
Okay, I think I will just read some of the questions we have on Zoom and we can continue. If
Zoom
you don't
or
mind.
YouTube, please.
Sorry, on YouTube, rather.
Okay.
All right, someone was asking, are we going to be distributed into teams? I believe he's talking about the personal projects. So the
Okay,
answer is
question
yes.
asked.
Sorry,
Question asked and answered. Yes,
the answer,
for the group projects, you'll be
yes.
distributed into teams.
Someone also asked, is the certificate free? I think you've answered that already. The certificate
Question
is
asked
totally
and answered. Yes, certificate is free and it's digitalized too. Please, can you read out the person's name that is asking to?
okay. I can't really pronounce it. I think it's Clement. And okay, the next question is from Stephen Simon. He said, please, sir, are we going to be working with languages we are familiar with only? I think we've
For
answered that.
for the personal projects, yes, you'll be working with stacks you are familiar with. Now, for the group projects, it will be another opportunity for you to learn. Let's say you know Vue.js and you want to use React, it will be easy for you. If you know PHP and they want to use, let's say, Python or any other similar stack, it will also be an opportunity for you to learn, because once you are a developer, you already know that getting the knowledge of another programming language is easier than when you don't even know it at all.
Okay, and the last question I'm going to be reading is from, I think, BZ, I don't know, is asking that he doesn't understand what we mean by group project and individual project. So I'm going to answer that.
Okay.
We need you to do the individual project to understand those people who are still interested in this. Yeah, and to filter out those who are unresponsive, irresponsive. So we need you to complete that personal project to be able to move to the next project, which is your group project, where you're collaborating with other front-end and back-end designers. I hope I've been clear. Okay.
Okay, from Fortune Jokun, can we use both Tailwind CSS and CSS3 in one project? Okay, with my little knowledge of front end, I know Tailwind is a framework. What a framework is that it helps you, it gives you leverage to easily do CSS for frameworks. So if you want to use CSS framework and also use external or internal CSS, you are free. They are all the same. It's just that CSS and Tailwind enhances your ability to manipulate things easily. Then for quite a question, sorry, I didn't start from the beginning, so please, can you do a recap? The meeting will be made available, recording of the meeting will be made available to you. I haven't joined the Slack channel yet. Okay, we'll have to attend to that later. For the personal projects, are we going to have an already made design from a UI UX to develop front end? Yes, but we are going to be giving you the front end and the back end, a particular one UI UX design. So it is now left for you to translate it to how you can interpret it into real world solution. Now, can we, okay, answered. For personal projects, answered. What if we don't know any framework? You will learn it. If you know CSS, you know JavaScript, you know HTML, good. If you know PHP, it's an opportunity for you to learn framework like Laravel, CodeIgniter, and the likes of others. What's that front end? Okay, Agidi Steven. Please, concerning the group project, like Mr. Chuk's project, are we going to be doing all that? If yes, no. For the group project, you are not going to be doing Mr. Chuk's project anymore. You're going to be doing something more complex. Isaac, are we going to be giving access to the senior developers in the organization so we can ask questions and learn from them? I think this is more interesting. Yeah, we made reservation for bringing in mentors, and we are going to be introducing them in due time. Divine, would there be any chance to switch field? I can't answer that. My guy at the top would. Tachi, please, let me take your question.
Yeah, somebody asked a similar question. Well, my question is, as an intern with 0 to 2 years experience in backend engineering, who is my exact report line? Who am I reporting to in backend engineering? If I encounter any kind of issue or difficulty that I can reach out to on Slack, and he can, put me through, or she can put me through.
What language do you write?
Node
Node. Okay.
first.
I wish it was in my feed, but not in my field. But however, there will be mentors for you to reach. You can always reach them and say, okay, this is what I've been able to do.
Would you
Please, can
share
you
the
help?
names of the mentors per stack?
Yes, when it's time.
Okay, thank
Concerning the end of the program, please aside the partner that will be recruiting with them. I didn't say please quote me and quote me right. If our partners are interested, we'll bring the opportunity. Not that, please don't quote me that I said. If they are interested and they are ready to employ, we'll bring the opportunity across. Festus Isaac here. Festus Isaac, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, my name is Festus Isaac. Actually, you basically answered my question earlier. So my question was that are we going to be given access to the senior developers in the organization so that we can easily learn from them, ask questions, and also gain little experience from them? So we won't just be left alone as interns.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. Yes. What stack do you do?
Next year's.
Next.js,
Yes.
Express.js. Okay. Akinwalere, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Olariwaju, better.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask that the partner project, when does it commence?
Sorry, come again.
I said the partner project, is it like the one you shared the other time, Mr. Chips?
Yes.
Yeah, when does it commence?
Okay, I didn't hear you clearly. I think the bass from where you are talking from, it's high. Okay, but I'm trying to understand if we're going to be sharing the document on Mr. Chooks for personal projects, yes. And for the group project also, we'll also be sharing a project statement. That's a BROD.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Latif,
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
yes.
So I was asking, like, when does the project commence? The personal project, when does it commence?
Okay, this night is your onboarding. So let's say by tomorrow,
Yeah.
the recording, or this night, the recording will be made available. So we would give you like a day or probably half a day to go through the recording. If you have any need to go through the recording again, then the personal project will be dropped on the channel for you.
All right. Then thank you.
Welcome, sir. Latif, please. Who is Abdulhamid Adam? Yes, for the team projects, Mr. Agidi Stephen, we are going to be having projects A, and that's sorry, team A, team B, team C, team D, until we exhaust the total number we have available. This one is quite long. For the backend, I haven't had a word on Python, even though I myself have been forced to start a compulsory journey into JavaScript. But there is no restriction to the language to be used, especially in personal projects, right? No restriction. Well, I think I made the statement earlier and I mentioned Python. Like if you write Python, if you do this, if you do that, and all. Yeah, for personal projects, there is no restriction. Just allow your code work. General, you have been raising your hands. Please speak. For team projects, not one person that will be writing all the code for the entire group. Oh. Let's say, for instance, this is going to Njoku. If your team has 2 back-end developers, 2 front-end developers, 2 UI UX, and 2 others. So what you will be doing is, you as back-end developer 1 or front-end developer 1, you can work on sign-up page. Then the back-end developer or front-end developer 2 will work on login page. Like that, you have to share the work. Now, that is where the collaborative effort comes in. I guess that answered your question, Fortune. For personal projects, we are going to be giving, yes, we are going to be giving a PROD to translate into design. Yes, definitely. This goes to Gabash. I cannot pronounce that right. General, please.
So for the personal projects, when will the design be available for us to start implementing?
When will the PROD be available?
Yes, we'll be expecting it anytime soon.
Yes. Tomorrow or next, but I feel it's tomorrow. It's depending on how things speed up, because we still have some interns that are not here. We have to give them time to watch the recording and drop the PROD.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you've answered my question partially the other time. So I just want to like it's in different parts. You didn't quite answer the other part. So I wanted to
Okay.
ask if at the end of the internship you can be given like access to other opportunities to get jobs, like online jobs and others.
Yes, if we have the resource, we are going to be giving it out to everybody. That is sure.
All right. All right. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Now, this is also an opportunity. I noticed somebody was saying he or she was fooled earlier. Now, I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know what else you were expecting for an internship program. If we're thinking you are coming to jump into a project and you cannot undertake this, then I don't see your readiness to undertake any project at all. Now, what these projects will do for you, especially for the personal project, is going to expose you on how to interpret BRD. Now, for, let's say, back-end developer, I've seen the problem statements that you have to look at the Figma design. Now, looking at the Figma design alone, this should tell you, okay, this particular screen needs like 3 APIs to function. This particular screen needs like 4 APIs to function. This one needs just 1 to function. That is where your thinking comes in. And that is what this personal project is all about. Testing how you think, how you technically think, how you can translate technical thinking into real world solution. So if that is not taxing enough, I don't think we have any taxing stuff for you rather. Does every team have the same projects, or each team to their own unique projects? Each team to their own unique projects. Welcome. Any other questions? Somebody's hands is still raised.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sir Latif. Okay, not Latif.
This is Olajide, Jami
Okay,
Olajide.
Jam Square.
Yes, sir. So I want to ask if there's a principle that we have to follow, like a front-end developer, is there a principle for personal project? Maybe it is a must for us to like follow a particular principle. Sprint, maybe your code must have your test suite. So do you understand? I'm just trying to give an example. If there's like a principle we have to follow.
Come again, please.
Like I want to ask if there's a principle to follow for our implementation? For example, a front-end developer is like, are we following like a sprint system?
Okay. I think that will be contained in your BROD. First is as a front-end developer, from the presentation we already have, it says that you should document, you should write clean code, you should be able to code in a way that when another developer sees your code, he or she knows that, okay, this is what is done already, this is what I should continue with. I think that should be a standard.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Um, Tumise, I don't know how to pronounce that. In the front end, are we going to be using APIs? The back end are building for the personal project. Okay, fine. For the front end, you are going to be making a static page because we want you to do individually. So you are just going to assume and build your static pages. Hope I'm not answering too much. Please, coordinator, if I'm giving expo, please let me know. You have to build a static page that will handle your project alone. You don't have to look for A or B for it to function. Now the page will function on its own. Now for the back end, same thing. You just, by looking at the UI UX design, you already know that, okay, this is what I should do here, this is what I should do here, this is what I should do here, and continually like that. That answers your questions. Arowolo. Latif, please.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my own question is for the personal projects.
Yes, sir.
For the personal projects, are we only doing the backend, like just writing the APIs and testing it on our own with Swagger, or after writing the API, like is there any front end that is going to consume the API?
That's your question. For personal projects, yes, you're going to be writing your APIs yourself, and there will be people that will be available to test your project. Either they want to test it on Swagger, either they want to test it on Request, either they want to test it on Postman, or whatever means they want to use in testing it is up for them. But we just want it to work. We want to see your ability to translate.
Okay, so the second question is the group project. Like, are you going to be grouping us based on stack? Because me now, I'm writing C# and .NET. So the group project now, are you going to grouping us based on stack? You, if you are Python, okay, Python people, C# people. So I want to answer.
Okay. We are going to be grouping based on similarity. If we have enough groups, everybody will stand alone. But where there is not enough groups, we have to bring people with similar stack that can easily integrate. Now, it's very possible that a particular project can be built with more than one stack. The reason why enterprises and companies discourages that is because of its maintenance cost. Because if I am a Laravel developer and there is another developer with me that does Node.js or Express.js, if I build my feature with Laravel, he builds his feature with Express.js, the app is still going to work. But the only problem is that
microservices.
Yeah, the only problem is that when the company wants to maintain that particular project, they have to employ two different persons if eventually we leave the company. That's why company discourages that. But yes, we are going to be using similarity to a group so that it will be easier for you to easily learn and integrate.
Okay. So for the last question, for the personal project,
Yes, sir.
is it that we are going to create a repository and we will add somebody to the repository, like as collaborators that will be monitoring the commits and
Okay, for
or
that,
it's just yeah,
that's for the submission.
yeah.
There are modalities to submission that are still in the tunnel. When it's time, it will be made known rather to every stack. Okay, this is how you should submit. This is how you should submit.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So for the personal project and the collaborative project,
Your name,
I
please.
Dayo. My name is Dayo, Ibrahim Dayo.
Okay.
So for the personal project or the collaborative project, will either of them be deployed eventually after completion?
Okay, for the personal projects, you would want to
Yeah.
deploy it if you want. You can sell it if you want. It's your own rights. It's your personal project. Now, for the group project, like there was going to be, depending on your group coordinator. So it's depending on your group coordinator. If it's going to be live, it's not going to be live. It will all depend on your group coordinator. Yes, please. Adejumo.
Okay, my name is Olaniwaju Adejuwon,
You okay,
and
sir?
I'm a backend developer in the stack of C Sharp and ESP.NET. So my question basically is, yes, you were saying sometimes there were various questions about collaborators on GitHub. So I understand that as an organization, you should have confidential informations. And on GitHub, you can make your repositories and everything public and private as well. You understand? So
Yeah.
I'm asking, like, if we are doing that group project, can we make it public? You understand? Because we can't make it public and collaborators won't be able to see it if it's not public. You understand? But at the same time, if it's public, other developers out there can see it as well. And does that affect your confidential stuff? Like, do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Okay, for the personal projects, it's going to be, if it's the submission is going to be through GitHub, it's going to be on your personal GitHub repository, and that is increasing your experience and increasing your resume. Because when most companies want to employ, they ask for your GitHub, and they're going to go through your GitHub and see how many repositories you've worked on and all that. So that's going to be completely based on what you want. But for the group project, if it's going to be hosted on our company, by default, GitHub treats every company repository as private. So collaborators will be added to those projects, but it cannot be in their public except the company decides to make it public. Okay, this project can be public, this project remains private.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is Olaji again, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, as I need a clarification, you mentioned at first that the means of submission will be mentioned for the individual project, and not the last question that you answered. You said that we are going to submit through our GitHub.
Okay, I think there was a miscommunication there. I said if GitHub is going to be the mode of submission.
Okay, it is not decided yet.
No, I said if GitHub will be the mode of submission, then to be on your personal. But if not, then we have to provide other alternative.
All right, thanks for the clarification.
Thank you, sir. When is the personal project beginning? Before Friday. Today is Tuesday. Before Friday should begin. I
Okay,
guess.
excuse me.
Okay.
So, for the personal project as well, is it like if we have access to the senior engineers before the personal project or during the personal project, are we permitted to ask them like things like questions we were lost in? Like, do you understand?
Yes, for the personal project, if the mentors are available, yes, you're free to ask them questions for guidance. But most importantly, I think they are going to come after the personal projects. For the personal projects, this answering Christiana, yes, it's 2 weeks.
Okay. Sorry, last question. What if let's say for an example now, you find somebody doing the same stack you're doing and everything, and are we permitted to relate to each other and ask questions and relate to each other about the personal project?
You are here to learn. Yes, you are.
All right.
Okay, then I think we must have exhausted all our questions. If you have any more questions, please feel free to send it to the internship director. And if you have any need to reach me personally, you can message this. You can look for this person on Slack and message her. The message should get to me. Then also you can reach me via my email. Anyone you think. You can ask your questions, they'll be answered. When I say ask your questions, please, I don't mean asking me what you should eat in the morning or what you should eat in the afternoon, please. Now, moving forward, for all the front-end developers here, please put FE, front-end, FE, in a bracket, not the parentheses they taught you in school that is bracket, in a bracket. We already know what the bracket is, so I will not emphasize much on that. Put FE in a bracket to your display name on Slack because the disciplinary action starts tonight. Then for the back end is BE, please, in as much as, even those watching on YouTube, please. Any more questions from YouTube? Let's wrap it up.
Sorry, can you repeat yourself? You said we should put BE at where?
Among your display name, put BE on Slack. That will help us identify where each person is coming from. David, please ask your question. Okay, David, I think I heard you talking about front end making a static page. Yeah, the reason I said it's a static page is because I don't want it to depend on an external API, whereby you now say, Adekunle did not send me the API, that's why I did not complete my project. With that being said, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate, and we hope to see you build amazing futures now and always in the future. See you at the top. The recording of these sections will be made available to everyone to recap at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.